using the technological solution for the returnees from Sydney?
Yes, there would have been. Not so much discussion in the cabinet. I don't think there was discussion.
Why did you decide against it? Is my question.
Sorry?
Why did you decide not to do that?
No, it's not a matter of deciding against it. The public health advice and the advice of the health department is that we don't need to go to that level. We'll find other groups where we think it's more meaningful and where it'll perhaps play a greater role in mitigating risk. So if the advice is you don't need to do it, then we'll find others to. We already have done some trials. We'll find, and it's worked well. Is the briefing I've had, but we'll find other groups to do some trials on, and it may well be, for instance, overseas groups, whether it might be, say, students next year or people who've come as seasonal workers, for instance, from a Pacific island that is orange, but we kind of think it's green. Probably if they had a higher testing rate, if they had our testing rate, for instance, that might be some of the places where we can test some of that tech.
How are we travelling trying to get more Pfizer vaccines into Victoria to try and get that dose interval down and maybe hit 80%?
Well, I can't. That is not an option to us at the moment. I would love to be able to bring the dose interval down. I'd have to get advice. It's not politicians who make that decision. It's a team of doctors do. But that's not an option that's available to us at the moment. I simply do not have the stock in the fridge or the freezer to be able to bring that dose interval forward. It's not on the table. It is not an option. Look, we are currently rationing Pfizer. We are currently pushing as much AstraZeneca as we can. And our friends in community pharmacy are pushing the new Moderna vaccine, and we're grateful to them. But I have to ration Pfizer because I don't have enough. I do not have enough, nowhere near enough, to be able of Pfizer to be able to change the dose interval of Pfizer from, and bring it down to 3 weeks, say, which would mean more people were double vaxxed quicker. But I just don't. I don't have the supply, and I can't just dream it up. Now I know this, you may get told something different out of the Commonwealth, but I'm telling you, we don't have it in the fridge or the freezer.
Are they reluctant to give it to Victoria? Like what?
Well, we don't have it. You want to talk about the people who can answer when it might come and in what circumstances it might come? That's the Commonwealth government, but we don't have it. I am currently have no choice but to ration this, and even if I got advice from the experts to reduce the dose interval, I don't have the stock.
So Sunday you flagged that there was a potential issue with supply later in October.
Yes.
Has that been fixed? Is that been clarified? Or is that what the point you're making?
No. I'm making a point that I'm not getting into a debate because this is. I'm not getting into Rich. I'm not getting into a debate about what's caused the fact that I don't have enough supply to bring the dose interval forward. I'm just stating a fact. There is not enough supply in Victoria of Pfizer to change the dose interval, the time between first and second dose. This is a race to get people second dose vaccinated, and I can't speed up because I don't have the stock. What's caused that? You've got to speak to the Commonwealth about that. But we were told by no one less than the General himself at National Cabinet that there was problems with October. Now you've all been told that that's wrong. Well, I don't know. I can't be here to try and interpret what the Commonwealth Government says to you, but I know what I was told at National Cabinet on Friday, and I'd encourage you to go back to the Commonwealth Government and perhaps ask them some of these questions.
Why haven't we pushed harder with the Commonwealth Government to have more